You're going into your 8th season, but you're going to have some changes on the show. Can you talk about this season and obviously how your character plays into it?
Absolutely. We've got 3 new characters coming in. So everything is changing and getting shaken up a little bit. I have a new Beau who's coming in and sort of challenging Jimmy and challenging my relationship with Jimmy. And that's really exciting. And we've got, the Martian the Manhunters coming back and stirring things up and saving the day. And we have Justin Hartley around more consistently now. So we've got a lot of Justice League stuff happening, which is really cool. And we've got, more importantly, TESS. Right. Cassidy, who rocks, is coming in to shake things up and scare us all, so it's good.
Your character, Green Arrow, is coming back this year, and he's coming back in a bigger way than we've seen before. Can you talk about that?
Yeah, sure. No, it's great. Yeah, you're going to be seeing a lot more of him, a lot more. We're going into his backstory a little bit, going to tell the Smallville mythology of the Green Arrow, and then we're going to break him down a little bit, I think. You're going to see him start to question whether or not what he's doing is worth it, and kind of he starts kind of diving back into his old habits a little bit with the womanizing and maybe some drinking involved, some stuff like that. So it's not going to be as pretty as it was, but that's interesting. It's interesting stuff, and then I'm sure Clark's going to help him with that, and he and Clark kind of butt heads throughout that mix too, because Clark starts to kind of I think embrace his destiny a little bit more, and as Oliver starts to question his, so it's kind of an interesting dynamic.
So season 8 of the show, and obviously, you always want to keep things lively. Can you talk about this season and what we're going to see?
What you're going to see this season? Yeah. I don't know what we're going to see this season. They keep the script so hidden from even me, and we're only on episode 3. So, but I know that you're going to see a lot of new faces, and a lot of familiar faces, and that it's going to be really fun.
You are playing a pretty big character in the Superman mythos. Can you talk about this interpretation of Doomsday?
Yeah, he is big. He's like 8 feet tall and 6 feet wide, right? Yeah. This interpretation of Doomsday is a little bit different than maybe what fans would expect. The good news is that we're not trashing the DC Comics history for this character. We're sort of adding to it and interpreting it. And the way that it starts out is he's this character, Davis Bloom. He's this paramedic from Metropolis. He's a very conscientious, cool guy, very nice guy. And he was raised in the foster system. He's had a very tough upbringing, so he's sort of this loner. He's brought into the story, meets all these characters through his friendship with Chloe. But eventually the problem is that he starts blacking out here and there. And that starts happening more and more often, to the point where he can't ignore it anymore. He wants to find out what's going on, so he goes on this search to try to figure out what is in fact happening to him, and what he finds is extremely distressing to him. And hopefully it'll be like distressing to the audience as well. So, because we're trying to create this sort of human consequence to this character. What would it be like for you if you found out that you were the opposite of everything that you thought you were, or that you were trying to be in your life? So this will be a situation where, as the season goes on, he will come to resemble the Doomsday that the fans know from the comics.
When last we saw Lex, he was pretty much going down that villainous path all the way. Will you be representing and doing a lot of villainy? Can we expect that from your character?
You can expect me to come out of the gate looking pretty evil, but you never know what anyone's capable of.
Your character's gotten more involved as far as the Justice League's concerned and being mixed in, and she has some powers herself. Is that fun for you to get to explore more of that superhero side?
I love getting to explore the superhero side. My character is so smart, but she's a little bit ability disabled. So it's nice to be able to feel like I can hang with the big boys and do some cool stuff with my powers.